hot. It's muggy. I don't like it very much. We've been really busy, but the worktops are on. That bit's done. Tim only went about half an hour ago. Hour ago. It's 2:10. I've just had my dinner. Just had a load of fuel delivered, so our red diesel tanks are now topped up. Thought we better do that before all this conflict down south goes Pete Tong, and then it's either unavailable or stupid expensive. I've been running around like a blue ass fly this morning behind Dave and the chippies, so I had to go to Yacht A and get some of that because it didn't come with the worktops. I've also done a couple of tree work quotes this morning, but basically I've done the best I can to stay in the shade and out of the sun. I don't like this heat, and I don't like this muggy, heavy, sweaty weather. Anyway, this stuff is currently going off in the join. This is the hockey stick join, which we got Tim to come in and do this morning. That's all done. There's a little gap at the back of there, but that won't matter because when we tile this, all that will disappear. And we had to bring this forward a little bit because there was a bow in the wall there, and to make this the 5mm overhang, blah blah blah. Tim knew what he was doing. He came in with measuring stuff, tapes and rulers and whatever else, and I think he's made a cracking job of it, so thank you, Tim. I'm happy with that, and Mrs. P is delighted. All we got to do now is put some handles on the cupboard doors and the drawers and the cupboard doors, and then I think it's going to be tiling. So I might, because it's hot, I might actually go to Stonehouse this afternoon to Tile Trader and pick up some tiles. I don't fancy doing much else. And then next week we can probably start taking all that apart. Hopefully the plumber and the Sparks has been to sort out moving that from there to there. And once that's in there, we'll fix this work. This top's not fixed yet, so we've left ourselves a bit of wiggle room to get that in nice and snug, and then it'd be tiling. And then we're nearly there. Not far away. We are going to have to put a hood in there. That is something that we're going to have to add on. We're looking at hoods, but the ones I like are really expensive, like 4 numbers expensive, and it might mean us having to change that, which could also be a bit of a pain in the bum. We'll see. We'll get the rest of it done first and we'll come back. We don't use the hob very much. Sunday afternoon for veggies, and that's about it. That's all we use it for, so it's not urgent, desperate. We've had the skylight open today, which has helped with the heat, but this morning, it was hot in here. I wonder if you can guess what numpty left his radio mic at home. So now you're going to have the media mod mic, which isn't as good. It's better than the GoPro mic. It'll just be what it'll have to be. Right, we are back over at Feoffees, Sam and Dave's. I'm going to go and spin my grass in a minute, but I need to move stuff around a little bit. I'm going to leave my dump trailer here for Sam and Dave to load up the last of their stuff, rubbish, that I can then move later on. I'm not using the dump trailer for a minute, although I might be using it soon. It's up there, which hence the reason it can stay here, but God, that's hot. 32 degrees in the car on the way over here. You don't need to know that bit. feeling someone's cat's been crawling over my bonnet. It won't be one of Sam's because they're not allowed out yet because they're still only kittens. Right, so we're going to drop this in there. I'm going to put his ass against the wall so no one can steal me ramps. And they can still get in and out. So, yeah, so sorry about the sound. I'm not going all the way home to get a microphone. It's going to be what it's going to be. Hot. Let's have it less hot. Nearly opened the back window then, but it's a bit pointless if I've got the aircon on, isn't it? Click. And back down again. Right, put the Lotus on. Done that. You can come up. I got to fold him up to put him through the gates. So I'm hoping you can hear me all right. I'm speaking up a little bit just in case that's too high. I don't need him that high. You can go down a bit. You can go to 3. You come up. So the other thing I've got to remember with this microphone is a shotgun mic, so it records like 75% of its sound from the front. But if I face away and talk to you that way, I'm going to go quiet. Something I don't normally have to worry about with the radio mics, but I do with this. So again, apologies for the sound, but you know, you're still here, you're still with me. I could always upset a few and put some music on instead, you know, so we're only going to do the headlands, I think. We'll have a look through the middle, but if it doesn't look green or doesn't need chucking about, then we won't. And there's only really the headland over that side on the south end of the field where it gets shaded by the trees that really needs spinning, but we're going to start at the outside or work our way in and just have a look at it, and if it looks green we'll carry on. If I get out and chew it and it's crunchy, if I get out and chew it and it's not crunchy, then we'll stop. So crunchy is bad, non-crunchy is good. So the baler I think is coming tomorrow. I'm stuck at home from tomorrow afternoon because we've got our beef boxes. I'm picking up our beef boxes from the butcher 4 o'clock, and we'll have people's turning up at the farm from 4:30 to collect their beef. So yeah, I could come over in the morning, but once the afternoon's done, I'm kind of stuck. $5.40 economy. Engage. Gear we in. We'll go first gear, just the first time out. It's up, you got to get it in gear, isn't it? So. We are on 480 RPM. I do not want to chuck it too hard, so a little bit faster. Like I said, I don't want to beat it, I just want to turn it. $4.99, that's plenty. Let's up it down a little bit. So I put my revs down a little bit, put my PTO speed down a little bit. My grain speed doesn't really matter that much. I just need to like fluff it up. That's all we're doing. This is a fluffing up exercise. Basically, get some air into it. That doesn't look too bad actually. This patch here will be the greenest I got. That's fluffing it up quite nicely. Of course, once we get back out into the sunshine again, this will be less green. If you're thinking about the dust out there, don't worry about that. That's not the grass being destroyed. That's molehills. So 450 on the PTO, that'll do. So we'll go around a couple of times, then we'll get out and we'll chew a couple of pieces, screw a bit of grass up, and just see what it feels like. Well, I reckon this is probably better now, most of it. So I'm going to take the Lotus home tonight. So I bought Samantha's car back over, dropped her car off. I'll take this home tonight, drop that off, ready for coming back over with my Marshall trailer. Depending on what's out here, I might bring the 695 over, or I might see if I can borrow Reg's Manitou, just one field. It's a lot of hassle to bring Dad's tractor over because I've got to drive it over, get someone to give me a lift back, then drive over with this and tractor and trailer or whatever else, take that back, then get someone to give me a lift back over again to pick up Dad's tractor, which isn't so bad now. Samantha's here and Emma's over fairly regularly to look after Dad, but it does mean I have to rely on other people. And those of you that know me well enough now know how independent I like to be. I don't like being beholden to anybody for favours or well, for anything actually. I'd rather people owe me a favour than me owe them. So although I don't think it really counts so much for the daughters, I think I'm in credit probably by quite a long way, especially with some of my daughters. No, actually, yeah, most of my daughters, I'm in credit. this in the shade and chew some grass. Aircon's nice, but then I whistle. I'd like to stop the whistle. I thought it was the filters once, but apparently it's not. Right. That all looks pretty dry, to be honest. You look a bit suspicious. Still a bit of crunch in that, which is why we turned it. So we're looking for grass. If you're drying grass for hay, if you can put it in your mouth and bite it, and not taste anything as such, but there's no crunch, no actual crunch, it's dry, that is a bit crunchy. So let's try that a bit. So this bit I think has been lying on the top. So the main place, dropped it. Main place you want to try is on and either side of that little nodule, that little knuckle there. Knuckles hard. That's dry enough. So, but I can't see any lumps of green in here. All looks pretty. And if it's that dry here, in the shade of that lot, and this is the thickest part of the crop, out there, there's no need to spin it again. None. I am pretty happy with that. No crunch. So I'm going on 28 bales. That's what I think we might get off this. 28. Not as good as normal. I've had over 40 off this. But yeah. Load and a half. Or 2 short loads. If I get more, I won't be unhappy. In fact, I'll be really happy. Right. Are you lined up? Not really, no. So I need to put this back down to line the hole up in there. I'll do that back over Sam's. Just means that if I go over a bump around the corner, the whole thing can't swing over and clout a car or something, so, or a cyclist, heaven forbid. I know, I drove over that little bit there, but I actually went for a flat spot, so I didn't go for a heaped up bit before you say anything. Close, but you won't go in at that. Too much. That's too much that way. Oh. That should do it. There he is. We're safe to travel now. Okay, we are home. Not too late, only what, about 10 to 8 in the evening, so not too bad. Saw a funky farmer on the way over, and I actually saw him go. He was in his car driving the other way. So hello Richard, sorry mate, by the time I saw you, you were just there, and you've gone, so, but I did see you. So he and I, if all goes to plan, are off to Royal Welsh Show on 23rd of July, day after my birthday. So if you see us there, please, well not necessarily please, but by all means, and if you want, come and say hello. We don't bite. I think Harry's coming as well, so the farm manager, so there'll be 3 of us. But yeah, I've never been to the Royal Welsh. This would be my first time. I think Rich went last year. We've been umming and ahhing about which show to go to. We talked about the Royal Cornwall show, but we never had a chance to get away down there. But I think that's the one for this year. So we won't be staying away overnight. It won't be too far away. It'll be a long day. So I think it's going to be Wales this year. So we did Ireland, Scotland. It'll be Wales. Next year we'll do one mainland England. But I don't know where yet. So yeah. Anyway, I need a cold drink. I'll see you tomorrow. Now I'm going for a cold drink. I'll definitely see you tomorrow.